That today Wangadya declined to speak to the press. You know, we all know, she doesn't have to say it, we all know that Wangadya has been conditioned to resign as a result of what she said. And we've been telling them that what is eating up the leadership of this country will eat up people one by one, because everyone's right has been suffocated completely. Now Wangadya did not know that it would catch up with her. When you are going to them to complain about human rights abuses, she didn't know that sooner or later this was going to catch up with her, and indeed it has come. Time has come to pass over that. So we just have to call upon all servants in this regime that when we talk about issues, especially issues of human rights abuse, just know that what is happening to us might happen to you sooner or later. Do the rightful thing. Condemn abuses of human rights in the right time before it gets to you. Now we should speak for Wangadya because she cannot even speak for herself anymore. Why do we speak for you? Why do you expect sympathy from us when we're not able to do the right things? Probably she was failed by her team because she came out and said that her team has been so incompetent and unable to do things. Maybe it might give her a benefit of doubt that she had a wrong team and was failed by her team. But she should have spoken up in the right time, not at the verge of the ending of her term, because her term was soon ending. That's when she spoke out. And her reasons were personal. When she addressed the press, these were personal issues. She never addressed the real issues. The only substantive issue she talked about was that the president sent to her incompetent people. If she didn't seek to get our sympathy then, she should have formally communicated to her president, but she came to the press so that we could cry with her. We're not going to cry with her because she's not crying over the right things, but she wants sympathy from us.
Do you think this commission is independent?
It is not independent, it will never be. In Parliament, we cry that this commission should be under the committees that are supervised by the opposition. They cannot be supervised by government, which is the major law offender, the major human rights abusers. They cannot be supervised by government. So number one, if you want this commission to be independent, it should be under those commissions that are supervised the opposition. That is the starting point. So it is not independent, it is appointed by the president, which president we think he has failed to tame the human rights abuses. Okay, he has appointed a CDF who is the human rights abuser number one, and they're not condemning this. So the commission is not independent. As long as it will be appointed the way it is appointed, it will never be independent. It should be subjected to a formal appointment. People make applications, be interviewed, and see their independence. The way to be independent starts from how you are appointed.
Dissenting voices. That when we talk about the ills happening in government, we become enemies of the state. How? For example, as leader of the opposition, I am duty bound to hold government accountable, together with my colleagues. But it does not stop with us leaders. Every Ugandan has got that duty. Why? Because as a Ugandan, you're a taxpayer. So if your tax money is being stolen, you have a duty to speak out against that corruption. No one should try and shut you up. No. Because you are duty bound, you are a stakeholder in this country. And I want to encourage our colleagues on the NRM side. You need to be appreciative of criticism. Yeah, because why do you want us to keep quiet whenever you're doing many things wrong? Stealing taxpayers' money, abducting people, violating the law, and you want us to keep quiet? No, we are not going to keep quiet. Because what we are saying is within the law. We are telling you, shape up. Follow what the law does say. But for them, their brilliant idea, whoever criticizes, abduct them, lock them up. Media houses that are showing the ills that government is doing, closing them down. Nation Media Group has been closed for some time now. Why don't you listen to these issues and then you address them? Because, I don't know, however many people you will arrest, the problem will not go away. So the problem is not this politician who is pointing out the wrong you're doing. The problem is the wrong that you're doing. Address that wrong. That's what we should be doing. Our prisons, the capacity is about 23,000 people. So far, there are over 80,000 prisoners. That means where there should be one prisoner, there is 4. So in truth, you're not going to arrest everybody, even if you wanted to. So do the more logical thing. Address the concerns. When we talk about corruption, you deal with corruption and not cosmetically deal with it. When we say you are violating the law, you follow the law. As opposed to targeting those individuals who are raising these critical issues of concern. We did see what happened to our deputy president for Buganda region. He was abducted, and I saw some people, even some of our supporters saying, but he gave a very tough speech. When did tough speech become illegal? That you're speaking tough against bad governance, against violations of the law, against abuse of power. So that becomes an illegality. How does that become an offense? And then I saw people saying, but he shouldn't have spoken so tough. So you're justifying his abduction. We saw the mob justice that happened to a young man recently, a rugby player, Sydney Wangadya, who committed no offense, by the way. Somebody said, that one has grabbed the bag. They landed and pounced on the young man, beat him up, and he died. An illegality. I saw police leaders, I saw leaders in government speaking out and saying, not only is this wrong, even if you get somebody who is in the act committing an offense, you should not pounce on them, take them to police. And as a lawyer, I agree with that. Even if you get somebody in the illegal act, whatever act it is, take them to police. Don't beat them up. Take them to police. And when they are taken to police, they should not last more than 48 hours and then court. So how can the same government be encouraging people not to commit mob justice? Be the one abducting people. Because you're telling people, don't don't pounce on people and do mob justice. But what you're doing is mob justice. If you're telling people you get somebody committing an offense, they've stolen your chicken, your bag, take them to police. You, government, why don't you arrest people properly and take them to court? The same thing you're encouraging the citizens to do. We need to shape up, and that's why we'll not keep quiet about these ills until we see orderliness, until we see better governance in this our country. We are duty bound to do that.
Well, we applied to join IPOD. You know, we are conditioned that to be able to access national resources, you should be a part of IPOD. We are saying that money we contribute to it, we cannot leave it to government. So it's not news. We are conscripted by law to join IPOD, and we applied. We are waiting for them to give us a response. They've kept on changing positions. They're now saying that we have to join at summit. Whatever it is, we are ready to join IPOD. About conditions, we don't know what the conditions they are. They have not set any condition for us other than the conditions we know in the law. That's it.
What are the terms and conditions apparently?
Yes, what I said is that we only know of the conditions in the law, but we see in rumors as much as you see. We saw an anonymous letter that they need our president to appear. Those are things we see in the media also. They are not addressed to us yet. For us, we shall comply with the conditions of the law. And in the law, there's nothing that says that the president is needed in person. A party is an institution that has a leadership and acting leaderships in case the real substantive leader is not around. That's what it is.